It's a beautiful sunny day. It's time for the weekly Q&A. Well, I'm just on my way to the shop because I've got to get some stuff, essential supplies. Okay, I'm on the hunt for essential supplies to get us through this next 24 hours. It's called shopping. Essential supplies gathered, we can return to home. You've got to be very careful in supermarket car parks because nobody can bloody drive. They're all blind, old, decrepit, falling apart, like me. That squeaking you can hear is the milk complaining. The first thing I teach my students is how to be safe online. And I tell them you wouldn't take a picture of yourself, put all your information, all your personal details on that picture, and then just stick it down in the supermarket or in the in the market square for everyone to see. That would be dumb. And they all agree, yeah, that would be dumb. But then they go and do exactly the same thing on Facebook and all these other social platforms. I ask them why they do it, and they often say, well, why not? Because they're naive, basically, and they don't understand that there's some strange people out on the internet that could cause them grief or bully them. So it comes into cyberbullying. We teach these students how to be safe online by protecting their information. 9 times out of 10, it's way too late. By the time they come to me, they're like from 11 to 19 years of age. They've already got social network accounts and they've stuck all kinds of information out there that they wouldn't do now that they know what they're doing. And it's too late, the information's already out there. So a student puts information out there, they start talking to people online. They don't know who these people are, they're just interacting with them. And before you know what's happening, they're in relationships and all kinds of things. Apparently 20% of people now meet their partner online, which is kind of staggering. But this catfish thing, it comes and goes, it keeps coming up again. It's where people steal your identity and go off and create accounts in your name and start posting things in your name. And it's been a big problem for a very long time. So all I can say to you is this. If you find that you're a victim of this kind of thing, if someone steals your identity and starts to post on your behalf, there is a way around it. As far as the police are concerned, there's no offence taking place. They're just using your image. There is a way around it, and it's called a DMCA notice. Some of these profiles have been stolen for years. They've been used for years, and the poor schmuck who's photograph it has no clue. But if you do get notified that someone's using your image, you can quite easily take it down. The police won't get involved because no harm has been done as far as they're concerned. But what you can do is file a DMCA report and report it to the search engines. Say, this is my image, I haven't given permission for it to be used, I want it removed. And they will take it down. You have to prove who you are first, which is okay. The information you send to those search engines is confidential, it's between you and them. Unless your email's been hacked, of course, then everyone's got access to it. But this is the world we live in. So that's it. Online safety is your responsibility. If you've got children, then it's the parents' or the guardian's responsibility to make sure that their child's information is protected. You need to know what your child is doing when they're online, so you don't get any surprises. It's the weekly Q&A. So what questions have we got this week? Christopher asked, Do I miss South Africa? Well, no, because South Africa is in here and in here. It was a great time. Loved living in South Africa. It was a wonderful place. I had a very, very pleasant time there, very enjoyable. But you know, things move on and you have to move. Yeah, it was great. I loved it. Do I miss it? No, because inside my head and in my heart, I'll never forget those things. I'll never forget the places I went to and the people that I met. It was fantastic. So no, I don't miss it at all. The strange thing about it is it's the only country I've ever felt homesick for, which is kind of weird, but there you go. Peter asked me, will I carry on teaching? And I said, yes, I will. When I feel like it. When I feel well enough, I'll go back to teach because I enjoy teaching and it's what I do. It's natural, it comes natural to me. So yeah, I'll carry on teaching. Michael asked, how much time do you spend doing your videos? Well, that's it's a tricky one to answer because they're all different. But on average, I suppose I'll be out shooting all day long, mostly. Everywhere I go, I take a camera with me. And so if I see something interesting, I'll take a shot of it, maybe do a time lapse, that kind of thing. The editing on the vlogs takes between 4 and 6 hours. The longer form videos for Lebanon and Kuwait, they can take days to edit because they're like 27, 28 minutes long, but they're very interesting. I mean, I enjoy working on those. You can tell an interesting story with those long form videos. And that's something I want to ask you. Just a second. This guitar. This guitar is a Gretsch. I bought it in the 1970s and it's been all over the world, all the places I've been to, it's been more or less. And I wanted to ask you a question because in 1979 I went across America on the Greyhound buses with this guitar. And I travelled from New York all the way to LA and stopped off in loads of places in between. And it's a fascinating, I think it's a fascinating story. I was wondering if you would be interested in me doing little 10-minute segments of the story on the vlog. So I could say, like, you know, from New York to Buffalo, Buffalo to wherever, you know, Albany. And if you would be interested in that. I've been meaning to write this. I've been meaning to write this for a very, very long time. Just haven't got round to it. But this guitar, Paul Adamson asked me about it. He said, what is it? I said, it's a Gretsch. It's very old, it's got a very, very nice tone. This hasn't been out of that box for years, but it's still in tune. And it sounds great, because old guitars are very interesting. The older they get, the better the tone. Something to do with the wood. But the older they get, the better the tone. Anyway, if you'd be interested in listening to the American saga, because it is a saga, if you'd be interested in the American saga, which goes on for months, I met a lot of interesting people, let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can figure out how to do it. Because I haven't got any video of that time, but I have got some pictures that I could probably throw in here and there, and I could cobble something together, do a mashup of some description. But I went down the old Route 66 and all that kind of thing. So if you're interested in that, let me know and I'll do it. Anyway, that's enough for today. See you next time. Bye now. Just one final thought. There was one guy that I met in Chicago at the Sears Tower. He was driving the elevator. I don't know what you call him. Elevator driver. And he saw the guitar and he said to me, oh, do you play? So I said, yeah. And he just, in the time it took to go from the bottom of the Sears Tower to the top, he got out a pen and he wrote out a note and he gave it to me. He said, look, take that and, you know, have a go at it. So I said, okay. And I put it in my pocket and forgot all about it. And then when I got back to England months later, I found the note and I took it out and it was the most amazing piece of music. This guy just gave me, like that. That was amazing. I'll play it for you at some stage if you'd like. But yeah, it was incredible. I met a lot of incredible people in America. It was fantastic. And I'd like to share that with you. If you're interested, let me know. See you again next time.